This episode is brought to you by Monkey Nutrition.
What did you learn when you went down to Brazil and trained with those guys? What was different about that training than the training you were getting in Florida?
Then, you know, I had great instructors. I have a great background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I was fortunate to have great instructors where I started in Miami. And I have, you know, I wrestled for 10 years before I ever touched Jiu-Jitsu. So,
right. People don't know that about you, is that you wrestled for a long time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, since I was 8 years old, you know, when I was 11, 12 years old is when I started making my own personal sacrifice, you know, going out and running every morning to earn my cereal. And no one's pushing me out the door to do it. So it was like, I come from a pretty rough background of, but wrestling, like that determination, sacrifice, that leadership, being around people who just getting after gold, make sacrifice. And I'm learning this. I'm starting to use it when I'm 11 years old, 12 years old, and holding myself to it. So it was pretty hardcore. I mean, if you look back where everybody else in the lunchroom, you know, having fun in the lunchroom, just laughing, and we're out in the field running.
Right, and you're holding.
So that's my background. We weren't in the lunchroom laughing. We were out in the field running, cutting weight,
and no one
doing something to kick somebody's ass.
Okay. And
if we got our ass kicked, we're gaming to get revenge.
And no one was pushing you to do that. That was you pushing you yourself.
No, I mean, obviously, I had a lot of great coaches, a lot of great training partners, but that was. Yeah, I mean, that was when you get into the sacrifice element, it's like if you want to be great, and this goes back to where I started, if you want to be great, if you want to be excellent, you know, if there's 100 guys in the bracket, one of them's getting gold. You know, there's only one guy getting gold. And the guy who, you know, sure, somebody's going to get a silver and a bronze, but who cares? That doesn't count. Gold counts. You know, and it counts for the guys who do lose, you know, how many do come back. The guys who step up and come back and want revenge and keep getting after gold, you know, those guys are stepping up. Those guys are champions too. You know, because they're going to keep getting after it, they're going to get it. But that can't be said for a majority of the population. A majority of the population, they just fold or they're just glad to be there.
Do you think sacrifice is a key element? Do you think if everyone listening right now took a look at their life, they need to start sacrificing things in order to gain things?
There's more to it than that, but that's one major player.
Start thinking of things
to cut out. Yeah, you got to hold yourself to a personal sacrifice. You know, a lot of people have their to-do list. I'm big on a not to do list.
All right, such as what?
Make a list like what not, you know, what are you wasting time on?
Bad habits,
bad
friends.
Yeah, bad habits, you know, whether it be bad habits, bad friends, people, you know, something that you don't need to be doing. You do it because it's become routine, or you do it because you want to do it, but it doesn't need to. You're not maximizing your productivity. You know, and that's going back to the excellence. Not everybody, you know, it's not for everybody. The gold is not for everybody. They make one of them.
Right.
You know, it's for the champions. It's for the ones who are willing to make sacrifice. So I think that's huge for the ones who want excellence. Yeah, I'm big on that sacrifice. Like guys see my championships and they say, "Oh, you know, Dustin, you beat all these great guys," and they just, I mean, the list goes on and on. These guys I've taken out, and I owe it to sacrifice. And I tell these guys, they say, "Well, you went to Brazil and you did it there." I won those matches when I was 12 years old, you know, and continued into my, you know, my teenage years, just making sacrifice. Other kids are out and having fun, and it's 2 a.m, I'm running around my city with a hoodie on, and it's, you know, it's the middle of the night. So doing stuff like that, that's what I owe it to. But living my life like that, it's not fun. You know, and I can tell you, I was telling some students the other day, like me at my best, like the championships, the gold, it was a very lonely time in my life, because for me, that's what it took. But I have zero regrets.
Is it worth it?
Because I got what I wanted. It was worth every moment, every time I was so far away from home running, and I knew I had to run back, and it tastes so bad. You get to the point where it's like beyond boredom. It's just, it tastes like shit, but you know somewhere it's going to pay off.
This is the hard work when
this is the hard work. You just don't let up. And it's like, sure enough, Sure enough, it came back around full force.
And when you get that medal, is everything as good as you would expect it with the medal? Do you feel like the next day, like, I don't know what to do with myself now for the next sacrifice? Are there any kind of mixed feelings when you get that medal? Because everyone's had that experience.
No, and I have a great answer for this. You know, I'm a person that, you know, once I got it, yeah, I take a deep breath and I'm like, yeah, right on. But I'm the type of person, I'm always striving. I'm always striving for more. So even when I get that medal, it's like, I want more. What's next? You know what I mean? There's something like right at that moment, I'm planning what's next. Because I'm just striving for more. I never stop. I'm never, you know, I'm just always gaming for more. There's always like, if I'm great, I want to be better than great. If I'm excellent, I want better than excellent.
This week on London Real, we're taking you back to our 2012 interview with futurist Jacques Fresco.
We must eventually design a language that's not subject to interpretation. Whenever you talk to people, you think you're talking to people. It goes in their ear and comes out in relation to their background. They don't hear exactly what you say. There is no way you can think outside of your culture.
What if we elected you president this year and you started in the Oval Office January 20th, 2013?
I'd be shot in 3 days. Who makes the decisions in the Venus Project? The answer, nobody. They arrive at them. We abolish all separate nations because they're all corrupt.
Jacques Fresco has been designing cities of the future.
What do you think of England and London?
Foul, awful, no city planning. All cultures are corrupt.
And the banking system, what do we do with
Bank
that?
gone, no money anymore.
On Sunday, London Real presents Jacques Fresco, The Venus Project, Redux.
Most politicians know nothing. Please don't take my word for it. Ask them.